Welcome to Grad-post. You know the rest of the intro. This isn't so much of a bonus episode as it is a footnote. In episode 23, I used the national medals as examples of achievement recognition at the highest levels in the humanities, arts, and science. I wrote that episode before the presidential election, so I didn't feel a need to mention at the time what might otherwise be a moot point. But given the outcome of the election, it's important to point out that these awards may now be dead forever. There were no medals awarded during the first Trump administration, and while President Biden attempted to resuscitate them over the last few years, it is clear that none will be awarded in the Trump 2.0 administration. There's always hope that they will return in 4 years, but the likelihood that they are dead forever is high, along with such venerable organizations as the National Endowment for the Humanities. You may say, so what? We have more important things to deal with, like the price of eggs. They may just be medals, and you may not be all about awards, like me. But in one fell swoop, or two fell swoops in this case, these individuals and the cultural contributions they represent are being relegated to dissident status, and we all know what happens to dissidents in authoritarian regimes. If you're listening to this podcast, then you probably have at least a curiosity about graduate and postgraduate education in the United States. If so, then you should be concerned. These medal winners are advisors and mentors. They lay the groundwork for future generations of artists, humanists, and scientists. I haven't counted, but the number of people the previous awardees have advised and mentored must be astounding. They might even have been your mentor and advisor. Maybe they still will be. They'll continue to do their work, but now in the shadows rather than out in the light. As the great Canadian singer-songwriter Bruce Cockburn, a recipient of Canada's highest honor in the performing arts, wrote, "Sometimes the road leads through dark places. Sometimes the darkness is your friend. Today these eyes scan bleached out land for the coming of the outbound stage. Pacing the cage, pacing the cage." We'll see what darkness does for our elite scholars and artists, but the national medals are likely on an outbound stage. I still firmly believe that every degree counts, but I now find myself pacing the cage.